Hey traders, this is Marco. I hope you have a great weekend so far. It's Sunday. I want to make a new weekly preview for the coming trading week. And as you can see here, this is the daily ES chart. So that means one candlestick equals one trading day. And what you can see here, we have a couple of structures going on at the same time. On the first hand, we have this yellow range here that is pretty much active from last November, and it's going until today pretty much. We had a failed breakout out of this range around December last year. Then we had a failed breakout around February, beginning of February this year. And now we're coming back inside the range and we're testing the range support. Interesting here is, and I'm sure you saw this already before, we are in a huge downtrend here since pretty much beginning of last year. Right now price action before that is not visible anymore, but you can see this downtrend is working lower here. We had a couple of tests and right now prices are moving within this yellow range here, and for the first time we broke this huge downtrend here, and we wait to see for retest of the last lows that were made in October last year. And so far this range pattern here is active, and you can see we had this failed breakout here to the top side. Then there was a channel forming, a shorter term downtrend channel forming. We had a tiny break here, a retest of the lows. I think we even made a new low. Let me zoom in here. This is the low. Yeah, this is a new low. So technically this shorter term downtrend here could be played out by now. And notice where we bounced. We bounced directly off this huge downtrend channel line here. You see prices were working lower here and we bounced. We found some support here, and you can see this very strong bullish bar, like first here on the that was the, I think the 2nd of March, and one day after, I think that was Friday, a huge follow through back inside the range. So we are finding some support here at the range support, but also at the downtrend resistance line here. And also notice these bands. I was speaking about this in the previous videos. Whenever we're going into the overbought or oversold territory, this is marked by this brown and violet bands here, then prices are likely to come back inside the range and back inside the middle bands here and go and test the other side. So we have a couple of important key entry points here where prices found support and prices bounced off this support level and now going straight back inside this big yellow range. That could be also the first break only of this shorter term downtrend here, and we could see another retest of the lows. So in the coming trading week it will be interesting because we have a couple of different patterns here playing at the same time, and we are in the middle of the range, so we could see a spike in either direction. Right now I still think on the longer term perspective that we see a retest of the lows here that were made last year in October. So the bias is still to the downside. It's still like going lower, but right now we're finding some support here of this yellow range. Looking at the economic calendar, we have a couple of high impact news in the coming trading week. The first one surely on Tuesday is the testify from Powell. This is like at 10 in the morning. You can see this mark here with the red flag. This is a high impact news. So whenever Powell is speaking, we can expect some huge volatility. It will be not that we have 10 in the morning, and you can see some reaction because this is usually some kind of speech. So it takes time for him to explain and to read out his speech. So this 10 a.m. starts there, but this testify will last at least for, I think, 30 minutes. So be aware of that. Then one day after this, on Wednesday, we have a couple of high impact news. The first one, 8:15 in the morning, non-farm employment change. And short time after that is at 10, another testifier of Powell. So keep an eye for that. I think for the rest of the day, there's nothing too important. Then on Thursday, this is marked as orange, but I classify it as high impact news as well. The unemployment claims, because the Fed and also the market is looking on the unemployment claims, and the market wants to see unemployment claims rising. So that's a sign of weakening economy. So keep an eye on that, 8:30 in the morning. That can cause some huge spikes. And then on Friday, pretty much we have this 3 high impact news, 8:30. So check this out. It's always at the opening of the market, around the opening. So try to stay out of any trades during this time, especially when there are like a couple of high impact news aligning to each other, what we have here on Friday. So keep an eye out for that. And I wish you, of course, a great trading week. And good trades to you. See you.